Assalamu alaikum. Warmly welcome to all of you with another important video. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe because today we are going to discuss personal protective equipment, some of the local or international standards references. And I can claim plenty of our friends, they always ask what are the standard references related to hard hat or eye protection, or even goggles, in other words, and then same way reflective jackets or hand gloves or even some other PPs. So I'll try my level best to give you some comprehensive details so you can use the same references if you are going for NIBOSH IGC exam or going for any sort of interview in Saudi Aramco, Royal Commission, or SABIC, or any other global brand in Saudi Arabia, especially even in ADNOC or in or Qatar Petroleum in Qatar or Dubai. So I'm sure these references are going to help you up. So if you're new to our channel, Training Zone, this is all our daily learning club. So I hope, like us, it will be beneficial for you as well. So please subscribe, like, and share. So let's start. First of all, bear in mind, providing PPs is legally, it's purely employer's responsibility. Okay, let me elaborate further. Providing appropriate, suitable personal protective equipment to all the workforce or employees is the major legal responsibility of the company owners or the employers, in other words. So, full stop. So, you are not going to buy PPs from your own pocket. If you believe the PPA is not suitable, like fit to the purpose, let's take an example. If 100 decibel noise level is there, but the earplug what company provided can only reduce 5 decibel impact, and while the legal limit is 85 decibel, so which means your hearing damage, your still you will be in red zone. So in that context, you are fully empowered to say no, that I need appropriate suitable ear muffs or earplugs which can reduce minimum maybe 20 decibel or 25 decibel, because ultimately the noise level should be within the permissible limit, like below 85 decibel. And above than that, even for this 85 decibel, below 85 decibel means for 8 hours. Above than 8 hours, still is not acceptable. Even 85 decibel is not acceptable. So in that context, providing appropriate and suitable PPs is the responsibility of the employer. So that's number one. And as an employee, you are fully empowered if you believe your PPs are not, your personal protective equipment, or not fit to the job, not fit to your safety, or you have some understanding because of even this video, that definitely you will go through the standard references. So of course you can talk to your management, your corporate safety manager or safety officers, relevant, that this PP is not fit to the purpose. So I'm sure this video will definitely give you some insights, not only as a safety professional, even all the engineers or employees, whatever level they have in their organization, these references can help them also. So, guys, let's take an example of eye and face protection. For eye and face protection, all your PPs should be designed, manufactured, approved under NC Z87.1, like USA based, or under European regulations, it should be EN 166. Under Australian or New Zealand, it should be A as for Australia, NZ for New Zealand, 1337. Or under Canadian standards, should be like Z94.3. Same way for head protection, the NCANCI is Z89.1, like USA. EN EU standards are, European regulations or standards are 397. Australian or New Zealand is 1801. Same way for Canada is ISO 387. Let's talk about hearing protection under NCS 3.19 as per USA standards, and under European is the EN 352. Same way for Australia and New Zealand is AS or NZ's 1270, or under Canadian is ISO 4869. If we talk about respiratory protection, it should be as per OSHA CFR 1910.134, USA or EN 149, or as per Australia or NZ standards, it should be 1716. And under Canadian standards should be Z94.4, or as per ISO 23203, like as a global standard. Now for hand protection, of course, it should be like EN 388, NC USA, or Australian or New Zealand standards is 2161. And as per Canadian, it should be Z94.3. And of course, global like ISO 21420. If we talk about foot and leg protection, then ASTM USA F2413, or European Standard 345. Same way for Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. The references are 2210, or Canadian is Z195. Same way for ISO, we talk about global standard is ISO 20345. If we talk about body protection, so European regulations references is EN 340, and NC or US is IS this 101, and Australian and New Zealand is all about 4603. If we talk about Canadian standards, Z94.1. And if you talk about global, then it's ISO. ISO is International Standardization Organization. The references is 13,688. So high visibility clothing, NC USA is 107, and European is 471, and Australian NG is 1906, and Canadian standard is Z96, and global is ISO 20,471. If we talk about protective clothing, so European regulations is 13,034, and if you talk about you know, USA, then is NC 103. If we talk about Australia, New Zealand is 4501. And if you talk about Canadian standards, then Z96. And as per international standards, ISO is 11,611. If you talk about fall protection, then NC is the Z359. USA, European is EN 361, and Australia and New Zealand standard is 1891. We talk about fall protection, and Canadian standard is Z 259, and ISO is 10,000 triple three. So this is just a comprehensive kind of example that your PPs area wise, domain wise, should be designed, approved as per these international European regulations. And the same way you can check your country's kind of standards for PPs. If you are living in Pakistan, what Pakistani, any, ministry is there, or any sort of, regulations are available for PPs, or you just need to follow international standards. Same way for India, for rest of the world, you can also check your local standards. I hope this video will definitely give you some insights how things should be. Now, any PPs other than these standards manufactured and supplied in the market and being used by the end user, which are not approved or not manufactured as per international European regulations, basically it shouldn't be used because they will not be fit to the purpose. They are just copy paste, or might be uh, the quality is not assured. And in that context, when we do like risk assessment of PPs, we always consider a separate one by one risk assessment of all the PPs, and then we see we could have a detailed risk analysis or hazard analysis of each PP. We should have a fit test also and make sure the people are quite comfortable while using these PPs. So yes, it's an important area under hierarchy of control, because a hierarchy of control, no doubt, starts with elimination, then substitution, then we go with the engineering controls. After that, we apply some administrative controls. No doubt the PPs come last, but these PPs should be like appropriate and suitable, and it's the responsibility of the employer to provide approved appropriate, well-fit PPs to all the employees, especially in high hazardous processes. So take care of yourself. I hope this video will be helpful even for your negotiation exam. You can use these references. Even same way, you can have further research on it that there are any other standards, maybe some standards in India, some in Pakistan, some in Saudi Arabia. So that's your area for further research. Take care of yourself. Nobody can remember all these standard references. It's really hard, but at least you should have a list where you can give a reference, based on which international standards these PPs you are purchasing and even issuing to your employees or the workforce. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.